Hello and welcome to another episode of Don't Tell My Wife podcast. Here with one of your hosts, Tonye, because last time I said Junior in it, which I messed up still.
Yeah, man, and it's Ken.
And yeah, man, another episode.
Another week.
Today got a very special guest.
First guest of the year.
Yeah, first guest of the year. So that's always a good thing.
Good. Yeah, man.
Good thing. But yeah, if you could
coming, bro.
Say your name and just where you're from, innit?
Okay, so my name's Ayomide Noble. Most people call me Ayo. I'm from Nigeria, but in terms of in the UK, I'm from South London, but now I live in Essex.
Essex.
Nice. Yeah, man. Essex. Come on, man. We're from Essex as well. Obviously, we're Kent boys now.
yeah. Over the dark
marriage, everything. Views us. You get me?
But yeah, okay, cool. But obviously, before we get into the episode, obviously, just want to talk about how your week's been. So we'll start off with you. Let's start off with you, Ayo. How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been a cool week. It's been a very busy week, I'd say.
Yeah.
As weeks come and go, really. Yeah. I mean, with what I do, it's up and down, right? I mean, I've got that kind of freedom.
Wait, question: Are you self-employed?
Yes.
Okay, but we'll get into that. I like to jump.
Cool.
But yeah, no, the week's been fine. Like, there's no issues.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, a lot of people that you know will tend to be fasting around this period of time. So
that's true. So are you fasting currently?
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, I don't even know if my church fast is finished.
Nah, there's no way it's finished.
I don't know if it's finished.
There's no way it's finished.
I think it's finished because I think it was only up till the new year.
Bro, I can't lie.
But yeah, I can't lie. That fast.
But see, that fast has been binned.
Bro.
You've been doing all the discounts.
You know what, yeah, we're fasting. I'm a rookie, bro. Like, I'm a rookie, man. Because see, I used to fast like proper heavy like when I was younger. So I was baptized again when after Christ, man, like 2019. So from like 2019 to let's say 2021, I was proper like, you get me? Then, bro, after lockdown, it took me a long time to get back on it. So this year was like end of last year was my first like proper time like fasting properly. And it was hard, bro.
Listen, fasting is never easy, bro.
It was hard, man.
It's not supposed to be easy anyway.
It's not supposed to be easy, but you know them ones where to church, the fast will be up till 6, but you have to break at like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Nah, the one is when the fast is till 6, and then by 5:30 you started preparing. The ingredients are out, you're moving.
Don't kill me, because I can relate, bro. Don't kill me.
To the point where your food's even...
It's in the microwave.
See that 3 minutes?
Yeah.
It's in the microwave at 5 to 7. So by 6, it's never like...
You haven't even prayed, don't Hey, don't kill me. That's so funny.
Yeah,
how's your week?
I've been ill all week, so...
Yeah, you have.
So obviously, because I think last week you spoke about, obviously, Malachi getting ill. So obviously you passed that to me and bro, man down. Jesus, bro.
Crazy.
Man down. But I'm coming towards the end of it, so it's calm. But yeah, man, that's pretty much our week. Obviously, work is working it. Obviously, work's always going to be here and there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, what about you?
My week's been okay. Just work. They haven't dealt with me this week, which is good.
That's good. That's always
nice.
nice.
It's been a calm week.
Yeah.
Last week was a bit manic, but now I think things are like kind of stabilizing, which is good.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I've been calm, just working at home.
Okay, cool.
Same old.
What's your song of the week this week?
My song of the week. You know what? Yeah, I haven't really been listening to music like that this week. You know, but I would say, do you listen to Rimsey by any chance?
Guys, no, I'm not familiar now.
So basically, Rimsey dropped a new song yesterday. It's called Money and Power. I enjoyed it, so I guess that'll be my song of the week.
Okay, cool.
It's dropping an album next month, so I'm excited to hear the album. But yeah, Rimsey, Money and Power is my song of the week.
Okay, cool. My one, I think I'm gonna take it back a bit, just because obviously when we were on the phone the other day and we'll talk, like all of us were talking about your trad in it. It just took me back to my trad in it. So obviously I've got to put the GOAT Davido there.
I heard that.
Davido concerts in 2 weeks.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah, hey man, I can't wait.
You a Davido fan?
Yeah, he's cool. I don't know about GOAT though. That GOAT.
Wait. We can cancel this episode right now. This is two Davido stands, bro. This is a Davido.
No, I like him. He's in my top 3. He's in my top 3.
Nah,
Burner. You know what?
You know that. You know Burner delivers.
Burner's better than Davido.
Think of it.
Of course,
Burner's better than Davido.
He's better at making an album, a body of work.
Is that not what the point is?
No, that's fine. But no, banger for banger. Davido has got more bangers.
Wait, hold on. Mm-hmm. Look at that contradiction. Burna Boy is better at making an album.
That's fine.
No, but listen,
he's
talking about art, like music, like the art of music, like projects. I think Burna Boy is probably better at making a album.
Solid project.
Because I would say, Davido's albums don't really hit like that.
Yeah.
When you talk about hits, like Davido can drop hit after hit after hit.
No doubt. But the fact that Burna Boy can drop better albums, it means that he's gonna have more bangers. Think about it.
Because for an album to be good, doesn't always, like, for example, a Shaka, I really enjoy Shaka's albums, but not every song's a banger.
Yeah.
Not every song's a hit.
Just flows
but
well.
it's a nice project.
Don't get me wrong.
And the music.
He's in the top 3, innit?
Yeah. He's your top 3.
My top 3 would be, I mean, Asake is new, but if we're being true, let's not do newness. Let's not do recycling. Let's be true. The top 3 is Burna, Wiz, and David.
Hey, Wizkid's out of it for me. Wizkid's built out for me.
That's the top 3.
Yeah, essentially.
If Asake does it for, like, let's say 2 more years,
then of course,
then he might replace Wizkid, because Wizkid is.
And that's what I was gonna say. But obviously, I'd have Davido, Burna, then Wizkid.
Then Wiz.
But even Wizkid and Burna, no. Burna Boy is cold, isn't it?
I think Wizkid's probably the best.
But I just think banger for banger.
Burna Boy. I think Burna Boy is probably the best.
Yeah, and music, like, very great. Yeah, but banger for banger. Like, so obviously, my songs of the week, Kesta remix and High.
Really throwing it back to the tragedy.
Adekunle Gold. So.
Yeah,
and that just took me back to, obviously, we talk about your trad, and obviously took me back to my trad. And yeah, man, what a time.
What a time, man.
What a time.
What's your song of the week?
I'm similar to you. I don't really listen to music that often.
Yeah.
But this week, do you know what? It's D-Day Thrill.
Oh, the
masked footballer.
Okay.
But
interesting.
That's interesting.
Who do you think it is?
Fam. Every time I keep listening to it, I keep saying to myself, okay, let's listen to the lyrics. How the person
Yeah. Forget the lyrics, bro.
Yeah. This week I've been thinking, is it Eddie and Kente or is it Eze?
It's not Kente. It can't be Eze.
It can't be Eze. I'm just thinking, like, the way the person sounds.
Yeah.
I feel like they must play for a London club.
No, but
apparently it's that Ojo guy.
Yeah, the Shay Ojo. But he's not even in the Prem Club.
Liverpool.
He used to play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
But even then, you can't even take in the lyrics like that, because
but do you think Arteta will allow that for Mikheya, though?
No, he would.
But that's the thing. That's why he's masked, isn't it?
Do you like football?
Yeah.
What football team do you support?
Man United.
Oh, brother. This guy stays.
You like Arsenal fans?
No, I'm Arsenal. He's Tottenham. Have
Wait,
you ever met a black Tottenham fan?
What a question. That's actually a good question. Yeah.
Come on.
Someone I used to play football.
There's a lot of black Tottenham fans.
Whoa, let's not go with that.
No, but why I am a black Tottenham fan is because when my dad came to Nigeria, he didn't want a glory hunt in it. So he was like,
Tottenham, bro.
You know, back then everyone Liverpool, Man U.
Why not West Ham or something?
True, because obviously I'm from.
Bro, we need to have
from Stratford.
We need to have a serious conversation with your father.
But he watched Tottenham one day and he was like, he enjoyed the way Tottenham play. So it's been Tottenham.
Who did your dad like? David Ginola?
I think so. Probably.
Must have been.
We need to have a sit down.
Because
I'm wondering. Ferdinand and them, man.
Okay, fair. No, that's cool.
And then obviously, growing up, you just support that's supports, isn't it?
Yeah, no, of course.
I'm a Tottenham fan, bro.
But we gotta speak to that.
Who do you think's gonna win on Sunday, though?
Between United and
Spurs.
When does this thing come up?
Next week.
What day of the week?
Thursday.
So there'll be time for me to. Okay, I need to figure that. I need to think of my thing.
Because I can't lie.
I might get clipped if I go say United now, and then we don't win.
You know what?
We'll be making reference.
I think Old Trafford. Tottenham never has a good day at Old Trafford, innit? We've only had one good day. I remember. In fact, 2. When Bell was here, we beat you guys. I think it was at 3-2 or 3-1 or something.
Bell,
And when we beat you guys at 6-1.
Oh, that was.
Apart from those 2 days, I don't think we've had a good day at Old Trafford. So I'm not confident.
Bro, I put my money on Spurs winning, bro.
Just because of that, I can't.
Nah, bro.
Do you know why I think we're gonna beat you lot now?
Mm-hmm.
Because you lot, like what Chelsea did to you and how you lot played with that mad high line. If you do that, you lot, the newspapers will be Rashford is back.
But I can't.
Because that high line.
You know what?
Jackson is blowing your guys out. What's Rashford gonna do?
You know what? I think now you've injected my blood now. Yeah. Oh, Rashford, Garnacho, Hoyland, them man are not doing nothing, bro.
No, against that high line, they
them man are not doing nothing.
If every chance we have is them racing from the halfway line,
we've basically got our defenders back. Van der Ven's back. Udogie's playing. Poro's playing. We
lie,
signed a new player from Genoa. You guys are not doing that.
Bruv, as long as you do that
Exactly,
highlight,
no one
Pedro
said that
Porro
to
is
me,
on
okay.
toast, bro.
Like,
The case of the natural
You
arrest
know
is
what?
too
On
much.
Sunday, I'm gonna message you, bro.
Remember he said this shit. If he doesn't message me, I'm
I'm
telling
gonna
you.
message you, bro.
I will at
I'm
you.
screaming.
I'll put. I was meant to get a message, and I'll put the scores as it's going.
I'll message you, bro.
Till now, I haven't received that
I'm
message.
saying that one, bro.
Do you know Man United? Where is that message?
See, no, do you want to put money on it?
I'm saying when it
Do
gets
you
to
want to put money on it?
2-0,
When I'm
yeah,
back, well, let's put money on it, bro.
when it gets to 2-0, I'm gonna put, and I quote, I was meant to get a message. It's gonna be your ad everything.
Hey, don't kill me. We'll see, bro.
Yeah, what's it called? You got anything for what my wife did
What
this
my
week?
wife did this week? You know
Wait,
what?
let me explain it first.
Okay.
So obviously we've got like a segment of every week we say what our wives did this week. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing.
It's just what they
Anything.
did.
Just anything.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah, anything
Anything
nice,
you wanna-
anything bad. You know what? She hasn't done anything this week because she's been ill, so she's been okay. She's been staying at my way. Do you know what I'm saying? she's been good this week, man. I think if anything, it's on me this week.
Yeah.
I haven't really been.
Ah!
I haven't really been the most caring husband this
Ah!
week, but
Well, she's been ill. You've messed up.
nah, I looked after her when she was ill. But
Okay.
I'm just saying in general. I need to get into my romance bag, bro.
Bro, I feel
Yeah.
like as married men, we've
I need to
lost
get
it
in
a
my
little bit.
romance bag, man.
You need to get it back.
I'm
still.
out here on Google. How do you romance your wife? I don't know where it is. It's hard, bro. Obviously, I'm Nigerian. Like, I never really saw my dad be romantic on like a day-to-day.
Mm.
It was always he'd go to work, come back, his pound of java eba is ready. He eats the pound of java eba, watches his standards, everybody goes to bed. Do you know what I'm saying?
And that's the end of it.
That's the end of it. So I never really saw that him coming home, caressing my mom,
Yeah.
him buying flowers. I didn't really see that. So now, obviously, when we were dating, it was romantic, like take her out on dates, do nice things for her, send her flowers and stuff. I think now, just when you live together, got a child, you're working, like you're not always thinking of the romance, innit?
Mm.
So I need to like work on that.
Yeah, no, I hear you still. Even the same for me, to be honest. I kind of need to work on it as well.
Yeah, man.
A bit still. For me, nah, nothing. I've got like obviously she's been great this week, to be honest, because obviously me and Malika have been ill. So obviously she's the one that didn't catch it, which is interesting for some reason. But yeah, no, she probably looked after us, took care of us, and no complaints, bro. Like you know them ones, and you know them ones when someone do something for you and they complain.
Yeah,
you might feel the type of way about it. But when they don't complain and they're happy to do it, it makes you feel a lot better in it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah, no, shout out her anyway.
that's nice.
Great
Do
week
you have
for you.
anything?
Do you have anything?
Yeah. I told her I was saying this anyway.
Oh, sir. Yeah. Oh, she knows they're coming on. Nice,
Alright,
nice,
cool.
nice.
So this is what's happened.
Yeah.
This week, she's found like a childhood game that she used to play
yeah.
called Virtual Villages
Yeah.
Mhm.
on the phone.
Yeah.
And then she's been playing this game for extensive hours.
Yeah, you know them
Now.
ones, though.
Hey, that's extensive hours. Don't kill me.
Now, this is the beauty of it now.
Yeah.
The tables have finally turned.
Yeah.
He's playing games.
Yeah.
So, what happens here? You
God
need the
bless
backstory so it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm a big football manager player. FM. To the point where my wife knows about FM now.
Hey, bro. In fact, Phyllis.
I've started something.
Phyllis.
So imagine, yeah. It's just me and my wife. We don't have any kids yet.
Yeah.
So it's a house of 2 people, and I like to play FM with my mate and my brother.
Yeah.
Like we play on an online
You
league.
do online leagues. We was
I
talking
didn't
about doing
speak to
that.
you about that
Listen,
because I've been
that's
trying
what
to.
FM is.
How does it
Listen,
work?
when you're fighting for transfers, you start to understand managers for real.
Yeah,
cool.
Not
We'll
this,
talk
not
about
this
this
solo
after.
FM
we
where
have to
you're just in the market.
Yeah,
Like, nah. This is the
Playing
real
by
deal.
yourself.
This is the real deal where you have to think wisely. Do I even make this bid now? Because if this person sees, just know whatever wages that I was going to pay them, that's gone.
Oh, okay.
Quick question before we, obviously listeners, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we digress hard.
I'm so sorry. But you know with online FM,
Mhm.
let's say you're online today, but I'm not online. Does
The game
your
can't run.
save... We all have to be
We
on
all
the
have to be
same
on
time.
at the same time.
I swear.
So you don't just play that with, you need the real commitment. You need
Yeah,
that.
everyone
Listen,
has to be up there.
listen, we know that we're all working. Obviously, we can't be playing from morning to night.
Yeah.
What time's everyone getting in? Okay,
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
getting home at 5. Obviously, we also can't just walk in and hop on the computer.
Yeah.
Our wives will start complaining.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's arrange
No,
the
we
meal
have-
from
yeah.
6:30. You've had a wind down. You've had time. 6:37.
Don't kill me.
Obviously, sometimes things come up for people at work.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know you're going to push the time back and whatnot. But it's like, look, these blocked hours.
This is FM time.
Let's move.
That's like clubs though.
Yeah, it's like clubs.
Yes, exactly how you play clubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly how you play clubs. But with online FM, it's just it's intense. The banner is mad.
It must be crazy.
Even today, today alone, we just came to the end of the Premier League season.
Yeah.
Imagine, it was me and my mate, my brother. We've left him in the shadows.
Yeah.
Forget about him.
Yeah.
Imagine, he's Chelsea. I'm Man United.
Yeah.
He's got Tottenham and me as the last 2 games of the season.
Yeah.
Getting into it, and then I've got Burnley at home and him away. So he's at home for the last game of the season.
Yeah.
It's a difference of 1 point with 2 games to go.
Mm.
He's been smart talking, saying, I'm going to win the treble. I'm going to do the treble. I said, you're not going to do anything. I said, listen, Tottenham, they've got you.
Yeah.
They've got you. So now, if he beats Tottenham, he'll be on top of the table with 2 points ahead.
Yeah.
And then I'll play my game and they will be level on thing. If I win, I'll be 1 point ahead of him, but I have to not lose at his ground.
Yeah.
Best believe, he plays Tottenham. He's like, so are you going to come and watch the game? Because we do mad things as well. Like, you can view the game that's going on in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so then,
sick,
imagine he's playing a match here. I'll go into his game now.
To be pre and what's happening. Yeah.
Forget pre. We'll be binding, scattering, all kinds of chants just to get into a man's head.
Yeah. Wait, are you guys on like a match?
Oh yeah, want to call at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you need that external pressure. Because when there's that external pressure here, you see how people just be doing dumb things like not making changes, making changes too early. Yeah. That external pressure.
That'll rattle me, boy.
Bruv, I'm telling you, we'll do stuff like, let's say it's the 40th minute, we'll start counting them out, we'll be like 41.
Yeah.
And then psychologically, they'll just feel like, is this guy making the time go faster? Then it'll be like, okay, half time, no.
Yeah.
We'll be going on like whatnot.
Yeah.
So he was like, are you going to come watch? I'm not even going to watch the game. I trust Tottenham.
Yeah.
So there's no psychological pressure, nothing.
Yeah.
Best believe he lost 1-0. He lost 1-0.
Swear.
Came into my Burnley game. I said, are you serious? I'm playing Burnley at home. You really think I'm not going to beat Burnley at home?
Yeah.
By 4-0, the guy just left my game.
Yeah.
The confetti dropped. I won the league.
You won the league.
I won the league.
Congrats,
won the league at
home. Congrats, bro.
So wait, what did your wife say?
Forget the conversation. Cool. Let's talk more, man. Let's talk more football manager.
That backstory. So normally, I play FM and I'm on the phone, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously,
so you're having a good time, basically.
Everything's going on, bruv. The highs and the lows, the frustrations, the arguing, the banter, everything. Yeah. And then I tend to play, obviously, FM, you can play that for 10 hours.
It's crazy.
All you need is your breaks to go toilet, eat. That's
your
it.
Food. Ooh.
So my wife likes to always be like, so are you still playing that game? So are you still playing that game?
That game.
Right, as if it's nothing.
So that's what she tends to say.
Yeah.
Now she's found her game. Come and see my deliberate disturbance.
Yeah.
Deliberate.
No, I have it though.
By deliberate. So now she'll be on the phone, on like lying in bed or something, playing the game. I'll just come. So are you still playing that game? I will just come and disturb on purpose. And it's not like I have any reason.
Yeah.
I just wanted to feel.
Feel what you feel.
You see how you found the game that you're
exactly.
Yeah. Let me keep asking you. So I used to play it.
It's funny you say that, because obviously with me, I bang FM as well, innit? Obviously, and we need to start doing online.
Yeah.
But there was one Saturday where, obviously, Saturday you wake up, no one really has plans that day. So I woke up a bit earlier, and I jumped on FM, innit? Then my wife and my kid wakes up, and then they come to the living room, but I'm still banging game. And she's like, babe, I think you could be a bit selfish, innit? I was like, wait, what do you mean? She's like, I'm here, Zeph's here. They're just playing games. It's Saturday morning. Like, they want to spend time with us. I said, get out of here. Like, I'm working every day of the week. This is the only time. Saturday morning, we ain't got plans. Yeah. And I still like, you get me? Oh, women, they can't. Women don't hate, they don't like us having fun.
Listen, you know the workaround that? My workaround that is this. I've started. What we did today? I don't know nothing.
All right.
No problem. You've been consulted first before I started doing my arrangements.
I heard that.
And my wife knows me.
Yeah.
Every minute counts.
Yeah. I heard that.
Every minute is allocated for something.
Yeah.
So don't feel like I'm not like, listen, if we're not doing something, it means I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
So because there's always something that can be done.
Yeah.
So you decide how we're gonna allocate these hours.
Yeah.
If you don't allocate it to yourself,
then it's
been allocated to FM. If it's not FM, it's been allocated to the match that's coming on.
Bro.
If it's not that, work something.
But do you feel like men were a bit too consumed with football though? Because with me, I can watch football all day, bro.
I don't think so. I think it's just what we like because
I hear that.
women can watch YouTubers all day.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Like I used to wonder to myself.
Or crime shows.
I used to ask my wife like, so how do you watch someone live their life in the past that they've lived already? like you know when they watch vlogs and these days.
It's like a question.
That's actually very true.
So I should watch this person that has lived out their life in the future, but it's even the past as I'm watching.
Don't kill me.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like me watching you tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Tesco shop that you did.
Don't kill me. I hear that though.
Today. And it's like I'm gonna sit there for half an hour and watch you do that.
Yeah.
And it's like at this moment in time, this guy's not even doing that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But they
like,
find it interesting.
Is there something wrong with me? Like, bro.
No, there's not.
I
Bro,
can
it's
watch
nice,
and it's
nice
like
for you to enjoy your
any
thing, innit?
match, bro. Any match.
It's not just you.
I'll be banging FM. Football's on. Football's
That's
off.
the right way to do it.
I'm
What are you
banging-
talking about?
I'm banging I'm banging FIFA. FM's here. I'm playing game. You get me? And I'm just like, But it's why I enjoy
No,
it.
I can't do
I'm a
FIFA
football
at
man.
FM, but let's say the football's going on. Oh, I
Yeah.
can
I'm
still
playing FM. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
one of the best
Absolutely.
times. Yeah.
That's normal.
I
That's
hear you.
that's normal.
Yeah.
No, that's sick still.
Yeah, man.
So obviously going on from that though, so obviously give us a little quick backstory about how you met your wife and
Yeah.
Okay,
wedding stuff and
I met my wife at church.
okay,
nice.
that's nice.
Yeah, so it was an organic relationship, like genuine. Like we're actually friends for a long time.
Mhm.
And then from there,
You know, so we had one of my mates, he came on a couple months ago, Andrew. He met his wife from church. And I asked him, how did you like make the move? Because obviously, when you're in church, it's like, there's a way you have to kind of...
within the words,
You
have to move in the words.
You can't offend God, did it? You have to tread carefully. So how did you like, obviously you said you were friends with her for a long time. So how did you like make that step?
I'm just straight up in it. Like, so how I remember how we met, like, we actually, imagine, like, we actually sat next to each other in church as, like we weren't even, like, friends like that. We were just, we go to the same church.
Yeah.
And it was one service because I like to comment it. So it was one service here.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a funny person.
Yeah.
She would say I'm a funny guy.
Yeah.
And I was just making her laugh.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, like, it's like, hey, this guy's actually funny. Like,
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, she will tell you she don't like people that talk to yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like a contradiction.
That's like me.
It's like, it's almost like an exception to the rule. Like, this guy, I don't like people that talk through the service, but
And
he's doing it.
yeah.
And I'm laughing at it.
It's because you done it well, bro. Imagine if you weren't funny.
Oh,
Should
yeah.
have moved, bro.
Yeah.
Should have moved. Usher, please.
So, do you know what I mean? You just exchange numbers.
Yeah.
And then we were just talking like normal.
I hear that.
How did you propose?
So, oh, wow. That's a fun, but listen. I proposed to her at the Landmark Hotel.
Okay.
Now, it was a whole surprise thing. Because, again, so the church that we went to, they were very like, they really tried to be in control of everything.
Wait, do you mind saying the church?
No, don't do that. Don't do
We're
that.
not going to give them free endorsement like that.
Oh, wait, you don't go to that church no more?
Nah, I don't.
I was saying.
God,
Is it a bait church?
bro.
Potentially.
I was
We
saying.
talk about it after.
Hey, but you're not here for the scandal, man.
So
Nah, I'm playing.
they're very controlling of like everything, like
Yeah.
to the point where they'll try to control how you even propose. Fam, just the other day, my wife was telling me that.
Yeah,
like,
it's
whatever.
okay. Let's go.
Something about now, like I heard that now. Let's say you're getting married, you have to run your wedding dress by the authorities.
You know what?
Jeez.
I not that I understand, but I can see where they're coming from. Because you know how sometimes, especially in the whole wedding culture, a lot of let me not even say that because for they attack me. But some dresses and some when people do like
They've come today.
No,
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think
so obviously
not white wedding dresses.
Like
if
trad
it's
and
trads,
stuff.
if it's trad and it's the
No, but even white though, some women's outfits for whites could be a lot like, you know, the silky and it's like kind of revealing and stuff.
I
even
don't- I haven't
because
really seen.
obviously my mum's a pastor, innit? And me and my wife, she's like, make sure you're modest kind of thing. So I can see why the church would be like, make sure you're modest. Because you're representing
there's
us.
modesty and whatnot.
But I can understand.
Okay, each to their own.
Even though I don't agree, I can understand why.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, fair enough. So, that being said, I had to find a way to keep it a surprise because the culture of the church, there's no surprise for like
Yeah.
you're planning the wedding before you even proposed.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the surprise? Like,
Yeah.
So to keep the surprise element, it was either gonna be where and when I do it, or the type of ring that you get.
Mhm.
So she thought that we were going to the Shard and all of that. So that's how I made it seem. However, we'll go to the Landmark Hotel. Imagine, so she thinks we're on the way to the shower. We get into the Uber downstairs and the cab driver says, so Landmark Hotel? I was thinking, when has Uber ever confirmed your destination?
Yeah, he normally says asks you for your name, bro.
Yeah. That's it. So
mess up. Bro.
I know, right? So, but nevertheless, she doesn't take any mind of it. We get to the Landmark Hotel now, and then at the top of the balcony, looking over to the restaurant, that's where I proposed.
Oh, nice. And she obviously, did she know? She didn't know.
No, she didn't know.
Shocked.
Serious? Definitely.
Oh, so
She was more shocked because she got the ring that she chose.
Okay.
So when choosing the ring, went to Hatton Garden and I said, you can.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she done it like that?
Yeah, you choose.
You're brave, boy. You're brave. You're a brave man.
How was she surprised if she chose the ring, though?
Because she didn't think it would happen. Because I told her I wasn't going to get it.
Yeah. Wait, I can't lie, though. You're brave. You told a woman to enter Hatton Garden and say, have your pick.
Have your pick.
He didn't care the cost of...
you know... Sorry, ladies, he's taking now.
Me, she go get what she get, man.
No, but you see, it's the type of person.
Yeah.
If you're with a person that's, that doesn't think of themselves and thinks of how to flex on people and like just being materialistic just for envy.
Yeah.
Obviously, such a person, you don't do stuff like that. Such a person, you listen, you're capped at this and that's that.
Yeah.
But because she's someone that's like would think of me, think of my pocket, like be like, even though I know you can do it, it's like, is that really the best thing to do?
And I think
that's the type of person you give everything to.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
No,
do you get it?
100%.
It's so simple, but
100%.
Would they listen?
Yeah.
I heard that.
And in terms of like, where's your wife from?
She's gone in.
She's gone in, and you're Nigerian.
Yeah.
She's Ghana, Okay, cool. So how was like the whole trad stuff? Trad, white wedding.
It was pretty calm. I mean, it was a blend of both cultures. Like, obviously, they're going to keep the dollars of the Nigerian culture. They're never going to let that go.
Yeah.
But it was more of like a Ghanaian traditional with the knocking.
You're marrying her, innit?
Yeah, so...
Did you do the Ghanaian traditional in a house?
Yeah, in a house.
You guys, man.
Must be nice, man.
Must be nice.
Ghanaian jollof rice and Nigerian jollof rice.
Jollof rice made by the right person.
Good answer.
Good answer. And then, so wait, where'd you do your wedding?
It was at the... I know my wife's gonna remember the name. I don't remember. Greenwich. What's it called?
East. That's London though.
It was at the Greenwich hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel now.
I used to work in Greenwich.
Yeah, I don't remember.
How can I not even remember? I don't remember.
But wow, okay, fair enough. But yeah, anyway, so obviously going on from this episode, so obviously, give the listeners or viewers like a backstory of what you do on a day-to-day, and then we can just go through it from there.
Oh, so on a day-to-day, I help people put financial protection in place. So that's all types of insurances that enable people to, secure themselves financially if the inevitable happens or if the worst were to happen. So that's things like life insurance, critical illness cover, income protection, mortgage protection, accident cover, and things like that. Private medical insurance, that nature.
No, that's something that we are slacking, bro.
Who's we?
Well, I'm slacking because I have no protection.
You speak French? No,
No, honestly,
I only have private medical, life insurance. I've got life assurance. I think that might.
What's the difference between life insurance and life assurance?
They're the same thing.
Yeah,
but one's from my company, so if anything happens, then they just pay out the 4 times of my salary.
And you have a private one as well?
And I have a private one as well.
Well done.
So I'm doing it right!
Man, oh man. No, but see, that's why you're here.
That's what I'm
here.
here.
You're here to educate me.
Basically, you're going to have insurance by the time soon.
Yeah, you end up having to do it.
You're going to.
Yeah.
Especially, and I think the only reason why I got private medical at the time I did was because Malachi was about to be born, and I was like, my family, I need to protect them. So obviously, that's why I put, obviously, Abs basically gets everything anyway. Then she can sort out whatever happens. But obviously, I was like, and I think you need to do it before you're 25 for a decent price.
Essentially. But
although, say like
it's like you can do it at any age, but the younger you are, the better the premiums and the deal will be for you.
So I'm 28 mil. What sort of premium? Let's say if I was to get life insurance, for example, what sort of premium would I be looking at?
Hard to say because you might have underlying medical conditions.
No, I have no medical conditions.
Fine. it depends on
in Jesus' name.
Amen.
But it depends on how much you want, right? So
Yeah.
it's difficult. So how I work to make it simple
Mhm.
for everyone, I just work to the budget of the individual.
Mm.
Because what you don't want to do is get lost in the payout.
Mm.
So it's all nice and sexy to say I've got £4 million life insurance, but do you have £200 a month to pay for that?
Mm.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So now you end up just going around in circles thinking, what should I pay? So it's what I like to do.
Question.
Yeah.
So let's say I picked that 4 million payout, yeah.
Mhm.
God forbid I was to. Let's say I picked that 4 million payout and I was paying 2 bills every year.
Every
for
month.
Every month, for like 2 years. And God forbid I was to, meet the Lord. How much does my family get?
The 4 million. If you put it in a trust.
Yeah.
Which is what I do for all my clients. I put all their policies into a trust
Mhm.
so that it doesn't go into
So
their
even if you was
estate.
paying £200 every month for 2 years, your family would still be awarded.
Yeah,
4
but
million.
To get the whole
insurance,
no,
innit?
that's insurance. It's just like car insurance, right?
Yeah.
If you're paying for car insurance for the year, if you crash month 1 or month 10,
Okay, so that's why
The payout's
some
the payout, right?
wives, they are poisoning their husbands. Because I saw something on Twitter, a video, even today, I even saw a video where I think they were American. This man was suspecting that his wife was putting bleach in his coffee machine. And he put cameras around the kitchen. And I think it was daily.
I know what you're talking about.
She was coming to the machine, putting bleach
Wow.
to kill him off.
Yeah.
God,
That's
like,
you know
evil.
them ones. That's what happens. But
Yeah.
we can start off from like this then. So life insurance and things like that. So why is it important that we have it?
Because you don't want to die for free.
Mm.
That's what I tell people. Why die for free? Like, think about it. Every single person knows that they're going to pass away at some point, right? So why not leave your family in a better place financially when that happens?
Mm.
It's as simple as that. Because think of it as this. We all accept that we're going to pass away. Fine. And we all accept that it's going to cost money to bury you.
Mm.
So there's 2 options. You can be as you are, not have life insurance, and guarantee that your family is going to come out of pocket to bury you.
Setting up.
And now that out of
Shut
pocketness can even cause, it can spiral into so many things.
Mm.
One, the inevitable WhatsApp family group chat that gets made out of nowhere. Now they're scrambling and fighting as to who's meant to be responsible financially.
Yeah.
That person obviously is not planning for you to die, so they've got their own life that they're living, but now it's been rocked because they've got to now cough up money to bury you.
Yeah.
Let's say they don't even want to do it now. It's now going to cause family division because, what do you mean you're not going to give the money? You're selfish, this, that, and the other. Bro, I was saving to buy my house.
Yeah.
Like, deep it. Think of your life as it is the day to day. Imagine you're, someone's trying to get onto a property ladder, saving. Someone just dies out of nowhere. It's not, I didn't kill them. I didn't know they were going to die. Now, all of a sudden, you're almost deposit for your yard. We're asking for 35-40% of that so that we can do burial.
Nigerians, they're so forceful.
Yeah.
They're so forceful.
Now, are you going to be the person that doesn't bury your parents, your loved ones?
Yeah.
Or are you going to continue with your original plan?
I think of that, I think of that, if my parents, God forbid, not God forbid, because death is promised, but when they eventually go, how would I do it?
You're supposed to have life insurance.
I hope they. I know my dad has life insurance. I need to know how much is on his policy.
So how do you introduce that conversation then? In terms of, because Nigerians and Africa, or even Africans in general, if you talk about life insurance, they say, "I will not die in Jesus' name," innit? Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you actually even talk to them about that?
To be honest, I just say it straight, like how I'm saying it to you. Like, listen, it depends what type of. Let's say the very heaven bound, heaven orientated. Think of going to. Okay, how do you get to heaven? Do you not have to die?
Yeah.
So now, whilst you're in heaven and rejoicing with the angels and with God, your family are still on earth crying and mourning and thinking how they're gonna pay for this. You know that you can simply, the equivalent of your Netflix bill, it could be something.
Yeah, I was going to ask you as well. My next question was, how little can it be?
I'd say from as little, like the lowest policy that I've seen, roughly, let's say £6.
£6, how much would the payout be for that?
Depending on the person's age and thing at that time will determine that. So it's not a hard and fast rule. It's not like, if you spend this, you will be able to get
it
this.
just depends on your...
It depends on the time.
So everyone is different.
Basically. Yeah, because I had a client that's like, let's say 23 years old, right? He's doing £1 million life insurance for £37 a month. I had another client that's 40 years old. Just for him to get 600k insurance, it's going to cost him double what the 23-year-old is paying for $1 million.
Yeah.
So imagine you're paying twice the amount for half.
Because obviously
Yeah.
when you do it,
Yeah. How, for example, let's say someone's family or someone has life insurance.
Mhm.
How would their family be alerted if they was to pass away?
Good question. So how I work with people, that's why I help them set up a trust immediately.
Mhm.
So how it will work is we do the policy. Let's say you said, okay, I want 500,000, 100K, whatever the number is in this. Okay, cool. You want it to go to, I'll ask you, who are your trustees?
Okay.
Those are the people that you trust
Mhm.
to execute your wishes.
Mhm.
So it will be like, God forbid, let's say you passed away and you made your wife and Junior your trustees, yeah.
Yeah.
Tony, your trustees, right? What will happen
You
is
could pick more than one trustee.
yeah, it's good to put more than one trustee because if
Yeah.
your one trustee dies, you're back to square one.
Yeah.
So let's say they're your trustees. They would know, because they're close to you, they would know you've passed away, right?
Yeah.
So now one of them will be able to get like a death certificate and whatnot, and then they'll be able to prove to the insurance company, so-and-so's passed away, I'm a trustee. The insurance company would verify it with them. What's your name, address, all the details that you've put down. Once that's done, they will now know that, okay, cool, you said I want X amount of the 100K to go to child number one. I want X amount to go to my wife. I want X amount to go to whoever.
Yeah.
And all they have, and what will happen is the money will be sent to your trustees.
Mhm.
Trustees will distribute.
Is it tax?
No. Tax free.
Tax free. Wow.
Tax free. So the £1 million policy is the £1 million.
Yeah.
But that's only if it's in a trust, right?
Only if it's in a trust.
So if it's not in a trust,
if it's not in a trust, it's part of your estate. And now it's subject to inheritance tax.
Tax.
Now you're going through probate. Now you're fighting with the government for first dibs on the money.
Yeah.
Now the 100K is not even 100. The 1 million is not even a million anymore.
So why is a trust? Why? So
Because-
why is it not tax if it's in a trust and it's tax if it is in a if it's not in a
Because
trust?
in essence, the trust operates as an individual entity. It's not you.
Okay.
It's kind of like being self-employed and being a limited company.
Mhm.
As a self-employed person, your taxes are higher than being a limited company because one's a company and the other one is the individual. So they're always taxing, let's say, our labor versus a business. That's why. So the trust operates, if you like, kind of like as a business. So it's not a human being.
Yeah.
So the trust controls what the human being has. And that's why it's like, oh, well, we can't tax the trust as a human being because it's not in their eyes. So it's just you being smart.
Fair.
I heard that.
And then, so obviously everyone knows about life insurance, but what are kind of the other types of personal protection that you can actually get?
Good question. So income protection, that's the one that
what's income protection.
it's essentially saying if something was to happen to me and I couldn't continue doing my job as a result of this illness or injury, I will continue to receive
My salary.
a salary. So everyone that's 18 and above and works, whether they have kids, family, single, they should have income protection. Because most people in the UK only have one form of income anyway, which is their employment. So if anything was to happen now and it's like, okay, look at like, for example, COVID. COVID took people out. They were in hospital for, more than 6, 7, 8 months. Most people's sick pay is only up to 3 months.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're on SSP, which is the statutory sick pay, I think.
Yeah.
And that's less than £500 a month. Now imagine you've got your mortgage, you've got rent, and all the other things that pertains to your life. You think that £500 is going to do anything? You're done out. So if they had income protection, what would have happened is they would have been like, oh, look, do you know what? I've got COVID, I need to claim. This is what's happened. This is where I am. This is the situation. Okay, great. Now that you've claimed, there's a deferred period, whatever you choose that to be. Most people would choose 3 months. So 3 months on from the moment they've made that claim, they will start to receive a monthly amount of money that they've chosen. So
How long is that for?
Depends on the policy that you do. So you can either have 1 year, 2 years, or all the way to retirement.
But all the way to retirement will be a more expensive monthly pay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. Because if someone, let's say someone gets it done at 28, nothing happens to them until 35. At 35, they now, get a permanent accidental injury, which means that they can't function at work. And they're going to be in that situation for the rest of their life, unless they go to some sort of special healing convention somewhere. And now, as a result, at 35, you're done. You could be receiving, a portion of your salary all the way till 70.
Wow.
Easily.
Yeah.
Just from paying that. And then bear in mind, once that starts, you're no longer paying for the policy. The policy's paid out.
But then with things like Yeah, actually, speak about the other ones first, then I can ask.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's income protection. So everybody should have that because at the end of the day, if you're still thinking, okay, why should I really have it? Just ask yourself this. If something was to happen to me where I couldn't physically work, not I got fired and I'm going to get another job. No, something happens where I'm not capable of doing my job. What happens? Who pays for my lifestyle? If the answer is, I don't know. If the answer is, I don't have any money for that or I don't have a plan for that, what reason? Why wouldn't you get income protection? That's that. The next thing is critical illness cover. Critical illness cover basically protects you from a list of illnesses that can occur and regularly occur. So including stuff like cancers, dementia, even like mental health issues. Like it's not just like, diseases or anything like that. And what that does is it's a lump sum payout to help you in the process of coping, getting treatment, or adjusting your lifestyle. So let's say, for example, a critical illness could be like someone becoming, let's say, a brain tumor or something. Let's say, like, as a result of that, you become paralyzed and you live in a 2 or 3 story house. You're going to need to make adjustments for you to be able to get around because, do you know what I mean? You're not disabled. How are you going to get up your stairs if you're now in a wheelchair? And also, no one's going to come and make those adjustments in your house for free. Do you know what I mean? No one out of the kindness of their heart is going to be like, oh yeah, don't worry, we're just going to do this extension. We're going to, put this in place that because we're so kind. Yeah. No, it's going to cost money. And you don't want to go into debt for something like that. Because now if you go into debt, you don't even have a job to even come in now.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay. It's funny, I forgot my question now. My question was, so obviously, if it's a thing where I've done all of this stuff here and nothing happens to me, then obviously the money's just poof, right?
Correct. But it's
just in case, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like every insurance.
Yeah.
What's been like the worst? Obviously, you're a financial protection advisor, so you must see a lot of stuff. So, like, what's been like the worst thing that you've experienced or you've seen? So, why would you say, okay, this is why you should get this?
I'll give you 2 scenarios. The first one is the benefit. So the first thing that I saw here was, I used to work in recruitment and a colleague of mine, imagine at this time we're like 22 years old or something. He just comes into work one day in November. Like nothing's happening. It's not like it's his birthday or anything. He just comes into work and then says, I'm buying a new house. Like, and it's his first house. And I'm thinking, well, okay, you're 22 years old. I know how much we earn. We've only been here for like 8 months. There's no way you've got enough money to have a deposit. Like, do you know what I mean? I know how you spend your money. You're not a responsible guy. So, and I'm thinking, okay, fine. Maybe he's going to buy a house in like Swindon or something.
Don't kill me.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's got
it's 3K or something.
Yeah, like it's 3K or something. Man. Like, do you know what I mean? He's got to start somewhere, innit? And I'm like, okay, so where? He's like, oh, Tunbridge Wells.
Oh, okay, that's Kent.
Yeah, Kent.
Now imagine this is like nearly 8 years ago. Them kind of times. Now, and then I'm like, okay, how many bedrooms? 3. So your first house, like you're a first time buyer. You don't know like anything.
Semi-detached or something like
by yourself as well. It's not like with anyone. It's a 3-bed. Okay, cool. How? And he was honest. That's what I respect about him, that he was honest because he could have lied. He could have said anything he wants.
Right, you know them man.
Obviously.
Them man
he could have lied. But he was like, cool. My granddad died 2 weeks ago. He had life insurance, stocks, shares, all these things. The money's been paid out to my mum and dad now. And my mum and dad have thought, why should they wait until they die to now give you your inheritance when we can just give it to you now and allow you to get ahead in life? And then I asked, how much of that? Wow. And he was like, 128 grand.
Hey!
And I was like, how much insurance did your granddad have? $500,000. And I was like, no wonder. So your mum and dad have pocketed, gone to do their little trip to all over the Caribbean.
God, please. In fact, no, because that's what just was died.
No. See,
in your time, Lord.
See, the key is this. It's about when they die.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Because you can get cover like to whatever, like, to extensive ages. So it's not like, because see, what gets me is that people don't realize that life insurance is not a 1-year thing. Like people behave towards it as though, why would I get life insurance? I don't want to die next year. It's not like, if life insurance was capped at 1 year, I would understand who wants to die next year.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you can be 18 years old, 20 years old, and get 50 years cover.
Yeah.
Get
question.
60 years cover.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So let's say me, for example, 28 now, I pay life insurance all the way until I'm 35. I'm like, man, this money, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I don't have £100 every month to pay. If I stop paying it, what then happens to my life insurance?
It disappears. Doesn't exist.
Hey.
But you see, you cancel it. You've just given free money.
You just give free money.
So I can't get the money that I've been paying back.
No. If you drive,
That's
right?
not. Yeah, I drive.
If you decide, if you decide now, okay,
Yeah.
I've got car insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? I don't want to drive anymore. I'm gonna stop. I've never crashed.
Yeah.
I've got all my no claims discount.
Yeah.
Do you get all that money?
Yeah, that money's gone, man.
There you go. And that's people
Yeah.
that decide to sell their car, stop driving. It's
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
So what I always wonder is, if I ask you now, what's more important to you, your life or your car? What will you say?
So right now, my life. But it depends what car.
If I'm driving
If I'm driving the
God.
GLE,
if I'm driving the GLE,
my ass might be different.
But
You know the car crash. But you know when you're not injured, you're fine. But my car.
But you get the point, right?
Yeah, I hear you,
Like
I hear
most
you.
people say that's a stupid question. Obviously, my life is more important than my car. But
If you could pay car insurance and not pay life
But-
insurance, then you kind
that's,
of
do you know what I mean? You can pay car insurance and not life insurance.
Yeah.
Now they might argue, oh, but that's mandatory.
Yeah.
Of course it's mandatory. But why don't you see it as it's mandatory to protect your life?
Yeah.
And then the second side, how much do you even spend on finance cars? How much do you spend on car insurance? God forbid I told you to spend that on your life.
But you know,
Do you
I
understand?
think
Like,
it's
someone
because
can spend £200 a month on car insurance, feel no weight.
you know what I think it is. Yeah, I think it's because like we don't see our death, so we're like we don't need to pay that. We're not thinking of dying. Whereas like my car, I need to buy life insurance to physically drive right now. But with life insurance, it's like I'm not thinking about that. Because even me, I should have had life insurance. Like my son's about to be 2. I knew I was getting married years ago. This should have already been patterned. But I think I'm just like in the back of my mind, like I'll do it. But
Well,
as
that's
I'm
what I
waiting, it's getting more expensive.
Because you ain't got an excuse now.
Yeah.
But see it as this. People shouldn't think of life insurance as it's as simple as saying, okay, I don't even know how to put it. It's like, you know that you're gonna pass away at some point.
Eventually.
All you're saying is, do you know what? I want to live for a long time, but I also want to secure at a cheaper rate at the point when I do pass away for my family to be wealthy.
Yeah.
That's how you should see it. So it's like, do you know what? If I can secure the next 50 years of my life, 60 years, yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
If I go any time between now and 90 years old, you know, where my family's set.
Yeah.
Set.
And I think as well, I think it's just because everyone's a bit like, I don't want to die, but
No.
Maybe it's a Nigerian in me.
and I think it's one is the Nigerian, it's two is you not having that kind of conversation because even so it was the only reason why I even decided really to get and I knew that I think it would go up when I turned 27 was because of people like Bash and Temi that was, I think it was even Bash that was constantly hammering about life insurance and doing it and I was like okay no let me research
I wonder what the statistics are for like race and life insurance. Like, do you know? Is there such a thing?
That's an experience. So, only 30% of the population
Have life insurance.
have life insurance. So 70% of the UK don't.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we're not at the highest because what I do notice here is if I speak to white people, Asian people about life insurance, it's like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
It's almost like, why are you talking about that?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. That's
I
common
don't
sense. What's
know,
wrong with
I
life
don't know
insurance?
who gave Asian people the handbook of life, bro. It's like they're patterned on bare things.
But you
Crazy.
see, and they spread the word.
Yeah.
Like, look at your friends, you didn't even know your life insurance.
No, honestly.
You lot are friends.
No, but I'm sure he's probably told me. He's probably told me. He's probably told me.
He probably has, but
He's probably
do you get what I mean?
But
Like,
I'm just not deep in that.
that's one. And then 2.
You gave our friendship.
No, I didn't. But I'm just saying.
So y'all
you know,
niggas ain't real, man.
because Asians are, them man, listen,
No, you're
if
right,
one
you're
has a
right.
shop,
Yeah.
excuse me, why don't you have a shop?
No,
Yeah,
he's right.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
right.
If
you're
one is doing something, the other one knows.
yeah, no, you're right.
And
100.
that's how their community is.
100.
Like, even like to get into that, to do insurance for them is difficult.
Mhm.
But they're going to have an Asian guy
That's
that's
it
doing it
for
already.
them.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you get me?
Yeah,
It's even
true.
difficult.
Yeah.
Like, so, but I feel like with us here, it's the I don't even know how to explain it. If one, obviously the amount of people in the industry, there's not a lot of us. Like the average age of a financial advisor is like 55 and they're white.
Yeah, 100.
So to be a black guy under 30 doing it
Yeah.
is you know,
Yeah.
is not many.
Yeah.
So, and
Oh, sorry, bro.
And I think that it's because, I mean, we say we don't know, but we haven't thought about it and actually seen the impacts of it. You know, a lot of the times, like, you know, when you watch stuff like Homes Under the Hammer or stuff like that, and you see two 18-year-old kids coming to buy a property, you're thinking that, oh no, it's not their parents. Their grandparents have passed away, and they've real like think of it. Everyone's gonna pass away. It's going to happen, and it's either you can get wealthy as a result of an inevitable situation, or you can, you know, be in a deficit, and you don't need to be. It's just you preparing your family, setting them up for that inevitability. Because think of it as this. I'm sure you have had people pass away, you know, in your family and stuff.
Yeah.
What would you have done?
That was in Nigeria, though. There's no life insurance.
Yeah, because even Abby's grandma, she passed away, and she passed away here, and obviously they're Muslim, so it's a bit cheaper than doing it how they would, and obviously I saw the whole thing about brothers and sisters arguing where they're gonna bury her, all of that kind of. I saw it all, you know what I mean. So I 100% understand why it's very necessary to have
You've got it. Now think of it as this. I'm not gonna ask you what your policy is, what your kid's gonna get, but that amount that you did.
You want to ask
imagine what
I need to figure it out.
Imagine, if you pass away within the term of that, what would your kid be able to do?
Oh, bro, house, that'd be Gucci, bro. Don't
Can I set a time or set an age that I want my child to receive this when he hits like 21 or 25? Can I set that?
You can do that. That's where your will come into place, and then that's where you speak to your trustees and things.
But doing will and that just looks like I'm asking God.
No, it's not.
No, you're just preparing. Remember, wills can be changed. At my age. Wills can always be changed and updated.
Yeah,
I heard that. It's just updating as you go along.
I think it's the lawyer in me, because when I learned about wills and probate and inheritance tax in law school, that's when I started realizing, okay, this is something serious.
Another thing, do you think that obviously some black people, a lot of black people think we're all gonna make it, so it's like we don't need this because by the time I die, my family are gonna be set good anyway. But it's like not everybody makes it. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody can make it.
Good point. Now, that's someone that's thinking on a certain level. Nipsey Hussle. He's someone that made it, right? He had more than $7 million in life insurance that paid out.
Oh wow.
He's got all his businesses. He's got everything. The mother of his kids is famous. Like, you know what I mean? How much does Lauren London need from him?
Yeah.
But he still had insurance. Kobe Bryant still had life insurance.
I wonder what his payout would have been.
I think his payout was around 12 million. So now imagine, with all the wealth that he amassed, that he had, you could have said that's enough. But he said, hold on, why not? Do you know what I mean? And bear in mind, whatever he's paying in his premiums is nowhere near the 12 million.
Yeah.
So why not leave my family with free money, essentially?
Yeah.
It's money that, like, see it as this. The thing that you said is a good point, because a lot of people feel like, you know, they're going to build the wealth. Why build the wealth when you can buy it?
Yeah.
Why build generational wealth when you can just buy it?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like, the difficulty it would be to build £1 million business compared to a direct debit to have £1 million payout.
Yeah. So, obviously, as a financial advisor, how does that now translate into marriage now? So, in terms of like having finances in the home, so are you the person that kind of keeps a tab on the finances and you sort out the finances, or is your wife better at that?
No, it's me. I'm the money guy. I've always been the guy that's good with numbers. Like my friends kind of feel like I'm a human calculator.
Yeah.
No, that's good though.
Like I can crunch numbers in my mind.
You need man like this in your life. Like,
it's true.
Sometimes you need like no man like like Tell Me Bash that will I want to get this car, but do you need it though? Have you done the calculations in your head? You know what I mean? So I understand that still. So how is it about how did you get into that way of talking about finances with your wife? Did you start, obviously as friends, when you started to get in a relationship, of course you started to do it, but how do you introduce it and get comfortable in talking about it? Because sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't know if I want to bring this out just yet, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I mean, for me, like, I grew up in Peckham and I didn't have that much stuff. So I've always been a resourceful, innovative person. And how I like to see it is, I like to observe things as they are, versus live in a world of, if only the world could be like this. So I look at, okay, what really happens? How does it work?
Yeah, yeah.
Forget about how you feel about how it works. Look at how it works.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy that says, "Oh, why are landlords charges?" My friends, that's how it works.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be at the beck and call of a landlord, go on your house.
Yeah.
Don't kill me.
No, because you know those people that will come and they'll cry about the realities, and then come with this imaginary world. Why can't the government just make housing free for everyone? Why would the government do that?
Hey, do you know how? Because I work in property, so what you said, so funny.
Yeah, you're there whinging and whining, saying so that, funny. Why did my landlord raise the rent by £500? Because he's the landlord.
Yeah.
That's why he did it, because he can. He's got a mortgage that's going up himself.
Yeah. Hey, that finished me.
But anyway, I like to observe things as they are. And like, I've seen we see it all the time. The number one cause for divorce is money.
Yeah.
Like, and money is just a tool that you need to understand that you need it to function in this world. Instead of you being naive and saying, it's not everything's about money, I'm gonna do this, do that. Listen, you can't pay with goodness at the till in Tesco. Being 1p short, they'll tell you, do you want to take something out?
Yeah, no cap.
Tesco won't even allow you a penny.
Yeah, they won't.
Yeah.
So.
They won't be like, it's only a 1p.
Yeah.
So what would you like to
even bag, can I get a bag, please? 10p.
10p? You don't have 10p, you don't have bag.
Bro.
So, and I feel like talking about money, obviously, it's for some reason, it's taboo in the black community, but it shouldn't be. And I feel like the reason that it's taboo is because when you start talking about money, it removes whatever facade or lie you're telling.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Say you're the guy that's doing the most drip. You've got the euros outside. You start talking about money. You start telling people you only earn 20k a year.
Yeah.
And it's not like you earn 20k a year for tax purposes.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's your salary. That's it.
Yeah.
You're not even, you don't even have a business. You're self-employed. I'm not self-employed. You're employed.
Yeah.
So your 20k is really like 1,400. So it's like, so how are you getting, I'm just in debt. You see, now it all comes out. So the image that you're trying to portray as, the baller, the money man, it goes.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's part of the reasons why people don't talk about money. Because it will expose that your behavior. It will show that, what I actually think of this person is not true. Because a lot of people like to have the image of being rich versus just being rich.
Rich.
And then for me and my wife, it's like, listen, in my household, I'm not afraid of money. And you can't fix what you don't know. So in our household, we're very transparent about money. Like, I speak about money every day. So I try to make it like it's normalized. Anything can be normalized. I mean, look at the world today. Once upon a time, there was only two genders now.
Yeah.
You can normalize anything if you speak about it long enough.
How did you feel how was that first conversation when you first told your wife or your girlfriend or fiance at the time how much you earned?
It wasn't even difficult. It was fine because it's like, this is how much I earn, this is how much you earn.
Yeah,
I mean, and women want you to earn more than them anyway, so they don't care.
Yeah, because a lot of men don't really like being transparent with like how much they earn.
Yeah.
Because even me now, my wife knows how much I earn, but she doesn't know what's in my bank account. And I'm waiting for that day I could just go, I just show her.
I've done that a few times. No, she knows what's in my account. She knows what's in my account, but I have multiple accounts.
I heard
so even then, you know what's in my account for today, you might not even know what it is tomorrow because it's changed by tomorrow already.
Yeah, I heard that.
No, I heard that.
It helps when you have, if you're built, see, it all depends on the structure of that home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're in a situation where it's, you're building together.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense to know because you're building together.
Yeah.
And like the reason why we were so transparent is because we have a vision in mind. And like even that you need to know so that you can make certain purchasing decisions. If you don't know what someone earns, how can you decide what your rent's going to be?
That's why when
you get it,
when me and my wife were getting married, I said, "Listen, this is how much I'm earning. Don't can't be expecting everything. This is what I can bring."
You get it?
So I hear it still,
and I feel like two incomes are always better than one.
Yeah.
Now in this day and age, girls just want the ready-made finished article.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong, but what they should bear in mind is you don't have equity in that. Think about it. If you're just coming, if the guy's got everything. And you're just slotting into his life. As easy as you came is as easy as you're going to go. In comparison to, no, we actually built this together, We actually worked together to, buy this house. We actually worked together to renovate this house and, create our family and all of that. There's way more equity in that. And then understanding that, even helps. Because you need to be transparent with money with your partner, especially based on your vision. If your vision is to build together, because it's going to help manage expectations. You see, she's not going to see you as a wicked person when you don't buy her stuff, when you don't do certain things. when she sees people on the gram just, eating their money away and you're not going Novikov every week. Because it's like, look, we've sat down, this is how much we earn. Could we, dine at a 5-star restaurant every week? Absolutely. We could afford to do it. But that's going to derail the plan that we have. Why don't we do this for the next X amount of months, years? When we get to this end goal, by all means, the world is yours. So now it's easier for someone to be disciplined for 2 years, 3 years, knowing that you have the rest of your life to do what people are doing today, and then for the rest of their life, they're going to reminisce.
Yeah.
They're going to be having 7-year-old snap reminders, and they're still saying, take me back after 7 years.
Kill me, because
that's
me. 2016, I tell you like, God, I could go back.
But do you see, you don't want it to be
like
that.
Yeah.
And,
I heard that stuff.
And like, the funniest thing is, if people were to work together more, it would be so... The financial bliss would be there. Because what I say to people is, whatever you do last, you're going to do longest. So do the hard thing first.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that? We can look back. When we were in school, there were the guys that, were balling because they could buy Air Forces every week. Where are they now? What can they buy every week?
I heard that.
They probably can only still afford to just buy Air Forces every week. Meanwhile, the friends are now buying cars every week.
I heard that.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And it's like, the people, like, if you, like, because you see it all the time, there's people that, like, when we were younger, let's say in uni and stuff like that, they could afford to travel, they will spunkle their money, they'll be living the life.
Champagne.
But now that we're all working, the salary disparities are different.
Yeah.
It's us now that can afford to fly anywhere.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah.
And then you're still talking about, do you remember back in the days?
Yeah.
Instead of like, no, do you know what? Let me just, be humble now, get my head down, build the infrastructure that's going to be able to sustain the life that I want for the rest of my life. Versus, let me spunkle that what seems to be excess money now. And then when you now get to, later on in life, all you're doing is just scrimping to survive.
Yeah.
Because you spunked all that money that you should have used to build infrastructure, you now used it to enjoy and to do image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to ask you, so let's say someone like me that has no protection. So if I was to come to you tomorrow and say, Ayo, please, can you help me? What's the steps?
Very easy. So we have a consultation. In the consultation, I'll make you aware of all the financial products that are available to you. Then we do what we call a fact find. In the fact find, that's where I'll ask you all the questions I need to ask. What do you own? Do you have property? Do you have investments? This, that, and the other. What's your plans? Does your child go to private school? What's the cost of all these things? How much is it every year for your child to go to private school? How long will they be in private school? Oh, they'll be in for 10 years. It costs 50 grand a year. Okay, cool. So we know that if anything happens to you, you need $500,000 already.
Yeah.
Do you have a mortgage? Yeah, I have a mortgage. How much is left to pay on it? 250 grand. Now we know you need 750 grand because you need to cover that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your salary? I make 50K a year. How many years of salary would you like to leave to your family for them to, do without you? Because once you pass away, that's that salary gone from the household. So we need to replace that money. Oh, I don't know. I might want to leave 10 years. So now we know, right, we need $500,000 for the private school. We need 250K for the mortgage, and we need $500,000 for your salary. And then we'll come to that number. That's what you need. Now, I'll then ask you, what is your budget? AKA, in other words, what are you comfortable spending on a monthly basis, come rain or shine? Not what are you comfortable today because you're up. It's what are you comfortable spending no matter what happens, that you're going to make a way for this amount to go out and you're going to sleep nicely.
Yeah.
Based on that number, I will then tell you what you can have.
Okay.
Versus, oh, look, these are all the shiny numbers.
Yeah.
And then when you get the build, it's like, oh, why is it like that?
Yeah.
So it's a very easy process. It's free. There's no charge. All you have to worry about is how much you're going to pay for your premiums.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
I do everything for you. We do the application together. It's done. I put it in a trust. You tell me how you want to divide your money. And then all you have to do is go on with your life and pay your direct debit. That's it.
Perfect.
It's so easy, so simple, so quick.
Nah, makes sense. Okay, cool. Nah, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming on.
I really appreciate it. It's definitely a needed conversation. Even for me, like I'm sure a lot of listeners would be able to, a lot of listeners are like me and I don't have anything. So yeah, man, I appreciate it.
What they should all remember is there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Even if you're someone that's like, all I have is £10. For £10, you can leave your family with way more than if you tried to save it.
Yeah.
A £10 policy can leave you with anything from 100 to 300K. So even if let's say worst case scenario, you only want to leave your family 50 to 100 grand. It's 50 to 100 grand that they're going to have more than if you don't have insurance.
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense. Okay, cool. So where can everyone find you then? Just obviously if they wanna shout you.
Good question. So they can find me on Instagram. So my Instagram is ionoble_, or they can visit my website, which is nobleinsurance.services. So that's noble, NOBLE, like a noble person. Insurance, as an insurance, .services.
Okay.
And then you can book a 15-minute consultation in there. We'll speak. Nothing is like there's no obligation for you. Like you don't owe me anything, or it's like, oh, I don't want to book it. Like there's no charges. It's literally you just securing yourself and your family for free.
Yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense. No, thank you very much, bro. Honestly,
thank you, bro.
No
thank you for all the knowledge as well. But yeah, man, another episode. Don't Tell Me Why podcast.
Oh, man. Good
another
one.
week. Catch you guys next week.
Man. Yeah.
Come.